Hello Tamers and welcome to the Xros Encounter Wars second semi-final match, Xros Heart vs Venusmon. Xros Heart has the first move. Security setup. Digimon standby. Let's open the digital gates. Hatching, Pikmons evolves into Shoutmon. And then, for 3 cost, Xros Heart is getting started by playing Taiki. And with his on-play, the top 4 cards of the deck are revealed. Sparrowmon is added to the hand while Dorulmon is placed under Taiki. Turn over. Hatching, Upamon. And for 4 cost, the Tamer, Kari, is played. Turn over. Shoutmon moves out, and of course, goes for security. With Pikmon's inheritable, 1 draw, and check. It is the option card, Healing Therapy. On security, activate main to give one of your opponent's Digimon security attack -1, but a bit of a waste. And then, Taiki will suspend himself to use the Dorulmon from under him and Shoutmon King version and Sparrowmon from his hand, Digicrossing into Shoutmon Cross 5. Since 3 materials were placed, it's 10 -6 for 4 cost. Passing over the memory nicely at 3. Turn over. First, Upamon evolves into Harrismon. Then for 4 cost, the Twin Tamers, TK and Kari are played. Turn over. Active. Draw. Hatching. Pikmons. And now Xros Heart is going to go on an all-out offensive. First, Shoutmon goes for security. With Pikmon's inheritable again, 1 draw. And check. It is Lonke Adistacto emerging from the security and literally the perfect timing. This is one of the most lethal option cards Yellow has gotten in the recent BT-10. On security, activate main. If you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon -12k DP for the turn. If you have 3 or fewer security, place one of your opponent's Digimon face down on top of your security. Which means, when you are exactly 3 security, both of these effects trigger. So first, -12k DP is given to Shoutmon. Of course, he is deleted, but with his save, he can go into Taiki's Crossloader. Now, the issue here is the second effect, which places one opposing Digimon face down on top of their security. So Shoutmon Cross 5 is now placed face down on top of Xros Heart's security. And because being placed on security is not a form of deletion, Cross 5's material save does not trigger, and all of his Digicross materials are now sent to the trash. Completely wasted. Now the Pikmons in the raising area evolves into Starmons. Then for 3 cost, the Tamer, Zenjiro, is played. On play, you may play 1 Ballistamon from your hand or from under one of your Tamers at no cost, but there are no targets and turn over. At the start of the turn, Kari bumps the memory up to 3. And with TK and Kari's effect at the start of your turn, if you have fewer security than your opponents, gain 2 memory up to 5 and draw. Now Harrismon will move out and go for security. With Upamon's inheritable, 1 draw and check, although we definitely know what it is. Shoutmon Cross 5, so Harrismon is deleted. And then, for 7 cost, Magna Angemon is played directly onto the field. On play, recovery +1 from the deck, triggering Kari, so she can be suspended for memory +1 and turn over. Draw, Starmons moves out and goes for security. Again, with Pikmon's inheritable, 1 draw, and check. It is a TK, which is of course played for free, allowing Venusmon to check her security. She chooses to leave the Tamers and add Magna Angemon to her hand. So recovery +1, shuffled and redeploy. But now, it is time. Taiki suspends himself. Shoutmon! Okay! Ballistamon! Yeah! Dorulmon! Starmon! Hi! Digicross! Digicross! With Shoutmon from under him, Ballistamon and Dorulmon from the hand, and the Starmons on the field, they will combine into Shoutmon Cross 4. Since 4 materials were placed, 9 -8, 1 cost, and on play, draw 2 cards. Then with Zenjiro's effects, during your turn, when you play a Digimon with Xros Heart in its traits, you may suspend this Tamer to gain 1 memory. So Cross 4 was essentially just played for free, and since he has rushed from Shoutmon's inheritable, he goes for security. With Starmon's inheritable, 1 draw. And with Dorulmon's inheritable, during your turn, while this Digimon has Shoutmon in its name, all of your opponent's security Digimon get -2k DP. Here we go. Check. It is Kazemon on 5k DP. So Shoutmon Cross 4 survives, and Cross 4 can activate his true power. At the end of the attack, you may place all of these Digimon's evolution cards under one of your tamers in any order to unsuspend one of your tamers. If you do, delete this Digimon. So, by returning Shoutmon, Ballistamon, Dorulmon, and Starmons to under Taiki, Taiki unsuspends and Cross-Force self-destructs. Which means Taiki can go for another Digi-Cross. Shoutmon! Okay! Ballistamon! Dorulmon! Starmon! Hi! Sparrowmon! Digi-Cross! Digi-Cross! With the Shoutmon, Ballistamon, Dorulmon, and Starmons from under him, and adding the Sparrowmon from his hand, they will combine into the hero who soars in the sky, Shoutmon Cross 5. And since he has rushed from Shoutmon's Inheritable, of course, he goes for security. With Starmon's, one draw, first check, TK, which is now played for free. So Venusmon now looks at her final security, which she knows is TK and Kari. Now actually, she wants to keep this in her security so that Cross 5 will crash into it and give her another additional free 2 security at the start of her next turn. But unfortunately, TK's effect to add one card to her hand is compulsory, so she has to add TK and Kari to her hand. As you can see, it's not you may reveal one card in it and add it to your hand, it is then reveal one card in it and add it to your hand. But since it's yellow, they do get one card to replace it, and this will be Shoutmon Cross 5's second check. Final security check for Venusmon, and it is Dexmon! So even with Dorulmon's effect to give minus 2k DP to your opponent's security Digimon, Dexmon is still stronger than Cross 5 with 13k DP, so Cross 5 is deleted, but with its material save 3, Shoutmon, Dorulmon, and Starmons will be stored back into Taiki's Cross Loader. Then for 3 cost, another copy of Zenjiro is played, and with his on play, this time, a Ballistamon can be played from the hand. So the new Zenjiro can now be triggered for +1 memory, but there isn't really any need to, so turn over. At the start of the turn, Kari bumps the memory up to 3, TK and Kari add 2 more to 5, active, draw, and in raising, a Upamon. Evolves into Harrismon. And now, for 4 cost, the time has come for the goddess of beauty and compassion to punish those who would ruin her vacation. Magna Angemon evolves into the Olympus 12, Venusmon. 1 draw. And with her on evolve, all of her opponent's Digimon gain security attack -1 until your opponent's turn ends, and of course this affects any new Digimon that might be played during the opponent's turn as well. She goes for security, and since Ballistamon has practically nothing to lose as a blocker with save, he blocks, is defeated, and is saved under Zenjiro. Finally, for 7 cost, Magna Angemon is played, and with his on play once more, another recovery of +1 from the deck, triggering Kari for memory +1 and turnover. Active. Hatching. Pikmons. In the face of Venusmon's impenetrable blanket of security attack minus, even Cross 5 won't be enough. But that just means Cross Hearts has to take it 1 level higher. Shoutmon! Cross 5! Okay! Beelzemon! Digi-Cross! Digi-Cross! With the Shoutmon Cross 5 and Beelzemon from his hand, Taiki will create Shoutmon Cross 5B. Cross 5B's Digicross requirements are Shoutmon Cross 5 x Beelzemon at Digicross -2. Since both were placed, that's 11 minus 4 cost, so for 7. But with Zenjiro's effects, when you play a Digimon with Cross Heart in its traits during your turn, both can now be suspended for memory +2. It is still Cross Heart's turn. With Cross 5B's on play, first, you may place one Cross Heart's Digimon from your hand or from under one of your tamers under this Digimon as its bottom evolution card, but Taiki chooses not to do so. Then, when this Digimon has a Beelzemon evolution card, you may play one level 4 or lower Digimon with Cross Heart in its traits from your trash at no cost. And with this effect, Shoutmon King version pops out from the trash. With King versions on play, you may return one card with Digicross requirements from your trash to your hand. Then when you would Digicross this turn, you may treat this Digimon as meeting one of the Digicross requirements. So, first, Taiki returns Cross 5 to his hand, and for the rest of the turn, King version can be treated as a substitute for any Digicross material. So by suspending Taiki, King version can be treated as a substitute for Sparrowmon, such that with Starmons, Dorulmon, Ballistamon, and Shoutmon from under Taiki, the recycled Shoutmon Cross 5 can be played with 5 materials, 10 minus 10, 0 cost. And since it has Rush from Shoutmon's Inheritable, it goes for Secure. Since Cross 5 naturally has Security Attack +1, taking away the Security Attack minus from Venusmon, that's one final check for Kazemon, which is trashed. And then, by paying 4 cost, Crossheart will play the option card, Burning Star Crusher. On main, choose one of your level 4 or above Digimon with Shoutmon in its name and delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a DP less than or equal to the chosen Digimon's DP. Both Cross 5 and Cross 5B currently have 12k DP, so the chosen Digimon doesn't really matter. And the Digimon chosen to be deleted is Magna Angemon, so it can't evolve into another Venusmon and turn over. At the start of the turn, TK and Kari give the memory +2 to 6, active, draw, and Harrismon moves out. First, Harrismon goes for security with Woopamon's Inheritable, 1 draw. Now Cross 5B could block at this moment, but he chooses not to do so because the Digimon he wants to block is Venusmon. Since he has 12k DP, he can draw with her, and with his Armor Purge, instead of leaving the field, he will regress into Cross 5 in order to put some pressure. Security check, it is Dorulmon on 4k, so Harrismon is deleted. Then for 2 cost, TK will step out onto the field and Spirit Evolve into Zephyrmon. And then for 1 cost, double Spirit Evolve into Jet Sylphimon. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with this by now. On Evolve, if she has a hybrid in her evolution cards, recovery +1 from the deck, triggering Kari for memory +1. But Venusmon has a plan. She goes for security, and with TK and Kari's effects, during your turn, when one of your yellow Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer to have one of your opponent's Digimon get -1k DP for the turn. So by suspending, Cross 5B gets -1k, reducing him to 11k. So now he can't draw a Venusmon, but still, he blocks all the same. He is defeated in battle, and with his Armor Purge, he regresses into Shoutmon Cross 5. Jet Sylphimon will go for security on her 7k DP. Check. It is Shoutmon King version, trashed. And then, since there are 5 Digimon and Tamers on Crossheart's field, for 5 cost exactly, Venusmon's voracious pets, Dexmon, will be played. On play, de-Digivolve 1 all of your opponent's Digimon, then delete all of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. So the bottom Cross 5 will regress into Shoutmon, but the other Cross 5, because of some weird shenanigans, de-Digivolves down into Beelzemon. So ultimately only Shoutmon is deleted, but with his save he goes under Taiki. But unfortunately all of the other Digicross materials are trashed. Turnover, active, draw, and Pikmons evolves into Starmon. Now first, Beelzemon will go for security on its 11k DP. Check! It is Wyvern's Breath. On security, activate main to give one opposing Digimon -15k DP for the turn. Beelzemon is wiped out as well. And now, thanks to Shoutmon being at the top of the Digicross stack, Crossheart can now do this. Taiki will suspend himself to use the Shoutmon under him as Digicross material in order to play Shoutmon King version. Shoutmon King version has the Digicross requirements, 1 Digimon with Crossheart in its traits at Digicross -2. So by putting one of the specified materials under him, that's 5 -2, 3 cost. And guess what? With 2 Zenjiros, memory +2, it is still their turn. And with Shoutmon's Inheritable, King version gains Rush and goes for the final blow. Venusmon has no blockers on the field and no security remaining. It's a direct attack and the match is over. The winner is Crossheart. So it looks like they will be going up to challenge Rika in the finals. But this match was absolutely close. I mean, just imagine what would have happened if Crossheart wasn't able to end the game this turn. So I don't know, maybe they just played Shoutmon and then it moves over to Venusmon. They have 3 attackers. They hatch, they draw, they attack 3 times. Let's see what's Crossheart's 3 remaining security. Yep, this is just going to be a search on security. This is played on security. This is defeated, and then TK just needs to come out and evolve into a hybrid and settle the game.